Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. This is the player ratings for Everton 3, Salford 0. Don't forget to check out the match reaction where I talk about the game a little bit more. But this is the player ratings, so let's just get straight into it. We did have 10 changes here, so from Sunday. So Keane, the only one starting from Sunday. So Virginia in goal, we'll give him a 6. Didn't have too much to do, I didn't think. A lot of the shots went wide and over the bar. I think there was one straight at him in the first half. That was about it, so I can't really give him too much. Did keep a clean sheet though, so that's a big positive. That'll give him a bit of confidence, but just weren't really troubled too much in the game from what I remember. So I've given him a 6. Clean sheet, there's a bonus. John Joe Kenny, give him a 6 as well. I thought he really needed to show the manager tonight what he was made of. And I just feel like the other fullback was the better out the two and sort of done everything that he should have been doing. But he weren't bad, he done all right. Had a good game. Second half, towards the end, he came into the game a little bit more, got forward a bit. First half, I thought I just wanted him to get forward more, but he just weren't, and it was all going down the left-hand side. He just weren't linking up with Wolcott, but he done all right, done a job for us. But I think he's got to improve if he wants to get into Carlo Ancelotti's plans, because the right-back position is up for grabs, really, with Coleman's legs going, but I think Coleman will be straight back into that squad on the weekend. Just wanted them to do a little bit more, but he done okay, done all right. Michael Keane, I've given him a 7, the first of the goal scorers today. Pretty assured at the back, just done a job for us, you know, led the back four by example, I feel. And I've given him a 7 because it was a great header, you know, and didn't have too much. I think Gary Neville gave him man of the match. I disagree with that because I thought there was better players on the pitch who offered a little bit more, but it's because he didn't have much to do. He's just sat at the back controlling the game against the League 2 side, isn't he? But I've given him a 7. Good game from, you know, Brantwaite to give him a 6. Went off injured after about 25 minutes. Didn't have too much to do. Looked comfortable every time he's on the ball, really, but I've just given him a 6 because he played 25 minutes of the game, and like Keane, didn't have a lot to do, really. So, Niles Nkounkou, I've given him an 8, and he is my man of the match today. Thought he was brilliant. Look at Dean, if he got injured and we had to throw Nkounkou in next week, wouldn't worry me. I mean, I know he's only played against Salford and a few pre-season games, but I would probably have confidence in him there to be at left back. He was up and down the pitch all night, linked well with Gordon, getting crosses in. Maybe could improve his crossing a little bit, but he was just everywhere down that left-hand side, and looks a little bit of a gem of a player here. I thought in pre-season he impressed as well. You know, always wants the ball, runs at players, what you want your left-back to do, really. And I thought he had a very good game, and like I said, my man of the match, and hopefully Everton have found a really good player there with a lot of potential. So, don't want to build him up too much. It is Salford City at the end of the day. Like to see what he could do in the Premier League at some point, but I thought he was man of the match, to be honest. So that's my man of the match. Tom Davies, I've given him a 6. I thought for the first 20 minutes he was probably one of our better players. You know, really finding the pockets of space there, laying it off, having a few shots. But he faded, I thought. You know, especially second half, he just was hardly in the game, I thought. I mean, you're in centre mid time, come on, get box to box, you know, show the manager what you're made of a little bit, but I just thought he played it safe really today, Davis. I mean, I do like Davis, I want him to succeed, but I don't think he done enough there to even think about changing the manager's mind to get in the squad for this weekend. Hopefully he might get better with more games, but he's got to really do something this year, Tom. I mean, it's make or break for him, isn't it? But I just thought he had a pretty average game. But first 20 minutes, one of the brighter spots, but faded. So he's getting a 6. Gylfi Sigurdsson, give him a 7. Great cross for Michael Keane's header. And scored a goal as well. So he got an assist and a goal. He put a brilliant cross in towards the end there where Moise Keane hit the bar. Brilliant cross. I've just seen it again on the replay when they were talking about it in the studio. Fantastic cross, but sort of just played it safe a bit like Tom Davies for most of the game until about the 75th minute. I think he did hit the post as well. I think it deflected and hit the post. But he done a job, you know, was slightly better than Davies, I thought, and obviously got the assist and the goal, so I will give him a 7. I think Sigurdsson will still be here this season, to be honest, and I think he's going to be one of them options for the manager who'll come off the bench or just if one of the new midfielders gets injured, it'll be Sigurdsson first in there, I feel. Because I think the manager thinks he could play him across an attacking mid or a defensive mid, really, or even just centre mid. So I do think Gylfi Sigurdsson will be here after the transfer window, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong there. Theo Walcott, I've given him a 6. I don't think he done enough for me tonight. There was some good moments, where he was crossing them in and stuff, but there was times where I just thought, your final third, Wolcott, you need to work on it. I mean, there was some times in the first half there when he blazed it over the bar instead of laying it off. Like, Keane was stood in the box and other players were just asking for him. He just, twice I've seen him do it, just ball greeding, trying to score. But on the other hand, we need players to shoot as well, but I think he just shows the wrong options there at times, Theo Walcott. I really want him to do more in that final third, and second half he faded out the game, I thought. I think he had a shot late on, can't remember if it's the bar or the keeper, but apart from that, didn't do much for me second half, I'm afraid. So he gets a 6. Anthony Gordon, I've given him an 8 as well, the highest ranking player, along with Nkunku. Then 2 down the left hand side, poor fail, then that's who we're going the next round. Tore Salford apart. I thought they linked up really, really well. He hit the bar and the post, and had a frustrating shot at the end because he hadn't scored. I really wanted them to get his first goal tonight because he deserved it. Really, really beat their left back with pace a lot of times. It was out of him and Nkunku for man of the match, but he had a really good game, Gordon, especially second half. Really, really come into the game. And I think he's one of them players who Carlo will think about maybe putting in the squad there. So, yeah, good game from Anthony Gordon. Bernard, I've given him a 7. First half was much brighter, but sort of faded a little bit in the second half. But he looks better in the 10, I feel, than on the wing. First half was his bright side of the game. Even the commentator said he was our best player first half. But second half did fade a little bit. Should have scored when the ball dropped to him, but Bernard gets a 7. And Keane, I've given him a 5, and that's probably me being generous because he scored the penalty. So, yeah, I nearly got a 4. I thought he had a bit of a nightmare tonight, especially first half. The balls would give it to him. He couldn't control it. He just bouncing off him all the time. Just looked like, I don't know if he was trying too hard or he was just not good enough on the night. I don't know, but he's one who really, really needed to up his game tonight to be considered. And again, I don't think Carlo is going to put him up front next game. He'll be on the bench again. Did score the penalty, and I was really praying for him to bang that into the back of the net because I thought if you don't score here, it's been so frustrating for you. But Moise Keane gets a 5. On to the subs then, and Lucas Dean, who came on in 25 minutes for Branthwaite. Give him a 7 as well. Sat back with Keane and just sort of let the ball play out, really, and seen the game out at the back. They didn't have too much to do, really. Salford didn't really threaten apart from a few shots over the bar in a 15-minute period there after the break. So that is the player ratings. Nice one for watching. Please like, subscribe and share this video. Comment underneath if you want about the game. And we'll see you all later. Stay tuned for the Toffee Blues for more videos.